Hey, 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 let's go live. It's the Let's Go Live show. Are we early today? Yes, we're early and we're recording. So let's go live. Hello, it's Jane Gardner and welcome to the Let's Go Live show. Again, every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Today, we're going to be talking about your technical anxieties with technical issues going live stream and why it's stopping you from going live stream. And so some of the ways that you can, of course, make it so that you're not so anxious about anything technical when you're doing live streams. And as you know, last week, I've been doing this for like 5 years. And last week, I didn't have my microphone on. So I started the show again because it's not going to stop me. And so that's what I've done is I'm continuing on here and getting feedback. So that would be great. Go to my YouTube channel. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what you'd like to talk about. But let's talk about technical anxiety today. Because last week we talked about you and what's stopping you from doing a live stream. So let's go and get started. And it's me, Jane Gardner, and live streaming can be a game changer for your business. We've already discussed why you need to go live, mindset, studio setup for like 2 months, and we've been talking about video on camera. We're skipping off camera because that's for other people because we want to be live and on camera. So we haven't discussed our free platforms yet, how to set up, etc. But we're going on to the free broadcasting software, OBS, next week because a lot of you use it because it's free. And if there's any glitches that you need to talk about. And there's also paid broadcasting software. As you know, I use Zoom and XSplit. I'm not sure why I use Zoom, but anyway. So last week we talked about overcoming your common live streaming fears. Because many people hesitate to start live streaming because they feel intimidated, overwhelmed by the idea of going live. And the thought of being on camera, dealing with technical issues, or facing the unpredictability of live interactions can stop even the most confident marketer from giving it a try. And that's probably why there is so few people doing it on a regular basis on the internet. You will find people doing webinars and they won't usually be showing your face. So sometimes it gets to the point where you think, is there really somebody behind this information or is it a robot? And it's getting worse now, what with bots and it being able to do voice robots, etc. So let's continue on. So these fears are natural, especially when you're stepping into something new. But they don't have to hold you back because live streaming, woohoo, doesn't require perfection or polished production. If you've watched any of my shows, you'll know there's always a mistake somewhere in my shows, and we'll discuss some of those mistakes later. But today we're going to be talking about overcoming your technical anxiety. So if you're stopping the idea of doing live streaming because it's such a technical process, you can feel like it's an insurmountable hurdle. And you're worried about the equipment, the software, and glitches that can prevent you from starting. Well, previously in Let's Go Live show, we talked about setting up a simple studio in your home and how you can use it on a regular basis if you keep it in one location, etc. So that it shouldn't be the issue because you know the simple equipment that can be used. And today we're even going to talk simpler equipment. But the truth is, live streaming doesn't require a high-tech setup or years of expertise. With a few simple tools, you can create a professional-looking live stream that resonates with your audience. And if you've watched anything on TikTok or Facebook Lives, you'll know that a lot of people are going on doing live streams, and they are not having the same issues. So why is that? So the first thing you have to understand is that simpler is often better. A smartphone, a tripod, and natural light are enough to get started if you go outside. You don't need a fancy camera or an elaborate studio setups to make an impact. We've already discussed in Let's Go Live show how you can do very simply with a studio setup, with a webcam camera even. In fact, many people appreciate a more natural and polished look than a professional one because it feels authentic. So you focus on delivering valuable content rather than worrying about having the latest gear. If you're concerned about sound quality, an affordable clip-on microphone can make a big difference. But of course, I love the standalone microphone, and it's worth the investment. And clear audio is often more important than perfect video. And most people will forgive a slightly grainy image, but poor sound makes it harder for them to stay engaged. In fact, no sound makes it even harder for them to be engaged. So, yes. So let's go and see some of the other issues. If you're concerned about sound quality, an affordable clip-on microphone can make a big difference. We already discussed this and how clear audio is better than perfect video, and most people will forgive a slightly grainy image but not poor sound. So test your microphone before going live to ensure everything sounds clear and crisp. If you don't have a microphone, try to stream from a quiet location to minimize background noise. As well, lighting is another area where simple solution is often best. Natural light is free and effective. Position yourself near a window facing the light to create a bright and inviting appearance. A lot of people are doing that now. Personally, I don't like the possibility of clouds coming over and reducing your natural light while you're on camera, etc. I prefer having some control. Considering a simple studio setup of lamps and a simple setup for studio would be much better, especially if you're doing it on a regular basis. So if you're streaming in the evening or a dimly lit room, you could use a ring light. It's a cost-effective option that a lot of people use because it provides even, flattering illumination. And avoid backlighting, which can make you appear as a shadowy silhouette and keep the focus on your face. So we always need to know that you are a person and that you have a face. So don't hide behind your camera. Testing your setup before going live can alleviate a lot of stress. Many platforms allow you to create a private live stream or test mode where you can check your camera angles, sound quality, and lighting without an audience. On Facebook, you can do a Facebook Live, just private. On YouTube, you can do an unlisted YouTube and upload it even, and only give the link to people who want to look at it and you want to give it to. So YouTube is quite good that way, is that you can have the option of doing your YouTube, see how they're looking, go and edit them and upload them again, and you will have much better quality. So you can troubleshoot any issues in advance and start your live stream with confidence. One common concern is dealing with technical glitches during the stream. Instead of fearing the worst, prepare a plan for handling small hiccups. If your internet connection drops, let your audience know you're reconnecting by sending them an email. Of course, because your internet has connection has dropped for your live streams. I mean, you can sometimes not have a good live stream connection and it drops and it cancels. So you send out an email to your audience to tell them that you'll be back on again. If your audio cuts out, have a backup microphone or quick fix in mind. Most viewers are understanding of occasional tech issues, especially if you handle them calmly and transparently, or you laugh at them. Minimizing distractions is another great way to create a smooth live stream experience. Choose a quiet, clutter-free location where you're unlikely to be interrupted. Let others in your household know that you're going live so they avoid making noise or walking into the shot. And silence your phone notifications and close unnecessary tabs on your computer to stay focused. I have been interrupted many times by a phone ringing, so now my phone is on mute in this room because we don't need to know that it's ringing. The platform you choose can also influence how easy or complicated your live streaming experience feels. Start with a platform you're familiar with, like Facebook if you've been on that for a while, or Instagram or YouTube, as they often have user-friendly interfaces. So if you want to explore more advanced features, tools like StreamYard or OBS Studio allow you to customize your live stream with overlays, screen sharing, and multiple cameras. And we've discussed before how I use XSplit at xsplit.com, as I enjoy their TV studio interface and the options that you can do with it. But don't feel pressured to dive into complex software right away. I mean, you've been on the internet and you've seen the people on Facebook and on TV even who will go on camera and be sitting in their bedroom and with a window to the side in order to talk about some news item or something, and they're blurry and you can barely hear them, and you wonder why they didn't at least get a microphone. So start simple and scale up as you gain confidence. And by the way, do not use the microphone on your computer. It is not as good quality as just getting yourself a microphone that is, USB microphone. One of the best ways to feel more control is to have a checklist for your live stream setup. Write down everything you need to do before hitting go live, from checking your internet connection to adjusting your lights. And a light checklist keeps you organized and ensures you don't forget any critical steps. Over time, these tasks will become second nature and your anxiety will fade, which is true. Now all I do is laugh whenever anything happens. Another strategy is to reframe your mindset around tech issues. Instead of viewing them as disasters, see them as opportunities to connect with your audience. If something goes wrong, acknowledge it with humor or honesty. Looks like Mike decided to take a break. Give me 1 second to fix it. These moments make you relatable and show your audience that you're human. And I have done many of these issues. In fact, I have been doing this since 2016, and last week I had the microphone on for my introduction. So what did I do? I did a new introduction and started over. And then I'll edit the video later, maybe I won't. It depends. If I make a note saying, I forgot to turn my microphone on, it helps to show you that I'm human. Remember, your audience isn't tuning in for a Hollywood production. They're there for you, for your expertise, insights, and personality. By focusing on delivering value and engaging with your audience, the technical aspects become secondary. With preparation and a willingness to embrace imperfections, you can overcome tech-related anxieties and create live streams that feel natural and impactful. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to list all the things that have happened to me. How many technical flaws have I had? Well, last week I had no sound. I forgot to turn on the microphone because I didn't like the sound of maybe noise tapping or whatever. It takes a while for a live stream to start. It's usually about 1 to 2 minutes, and I don't like that little sound of maybe me breathing or a little tapping, etc. So I turned off the sound thinking, okay, I'll turn on the sound when I start. Well, I forgot to. So I did the introduction without sound. Realizing, thank goodness I did that, I turned it on and started over. No biggie. I have been totally whatever, in that luckily someone told me that I had no Zoom sound, and because I had forgot to change the audio settings into XSplit all month. So basically in Zoom, you can decide which microphone you want to use, and of course I had to use my XSplit microphone in order for you to hear the sound, because I am working with XSplit broadcasting software in order to do my production, and it just goes into Zoom. So what can you say? So my live stream didn't work at all. Tragically, because of the Los Angeles fires, my live stream software, the company had a live streaming that goes down to Los Angeles broadcasting system there, and of course they had no power, so of course my live stream didn't work that week. I didn't even think of it, why it wasn't working, until of course I heard about Los Angeles. So now I broadcast from Seattle. what can you say? These things happen. And of course, I've coughed and I've sneezed. In fact, I coughed last week and I sneeze, and you bet, all the time. Either I will take it out because it's annoying, or I won't. It just depends on what I'm doing. Colors are all wrong. My flesh tones, they're not too bad today. We'll have a look. Background disappears. Sometimes the background would disappear. Sometimes the software updates changes all my settings and I start it without checking beforehand. So yes, I should have a checklist. I forgot to turn on the recording. Even worse, once, and this was an important interview, and we had nothing because the Zoom hadn't worked either. I don't usually record it on Zoom because I like it better in XSplit. I had forgotten to do the recording. Can you imagine? Door slams. I mean, I just had a door slam. You probably heard it before, or the dog barks, and on. But I continue. I continue to do this because I have a feeling I may enjoy it. I don't know. Anyway, next time we'll talk about the free live streaming software OBS Studio. It is good for you. I know that people like to say, oh, just do it live and do whatever you get in your bedroom and do a live one. But this actually helps because having the software, I can, of course, put up my name, which is no big deal, but I could do a presentation right now with my slideshow because it's connected inside my live stream. So you can do this as well with OBS, and we'll start looking at OBS Studio because I know people love free, and it's an open source software that you can use, and we'll look at maybe later quickly XSplit and how you can do it because it's paid. You have a bit more more features, but let's start with OBS Studio. I didn't really talk about it too much. So live streaming is something that you should be doing if you haven't started. Forget about the Autobots, the robots, the automatic, the voice videos that are created by someone else you don't even know, because YouTube, I know, is not thrilled with bots and all the AI that's happening, and so this is me, so it's me. I mean, this is what people are going to want to do, and what platformers will want because they want more engagement. So you can find out my book, 7 Steps to Produce Your First Show, if you sign up at jane-gardnercom/live. As well, the second link you could use if this is easier is letsgetvisibleShow.com/go live. The first email gives you the book, 7 Steps, and then the second email gives you access to have a look at my first 13 shows, which goes up to studio audio, I believe. Got to put the rest in there now. I'm up to 26, so that you can have free access to go see the shows. You could also go to the playlist on YouTube and have a look at the Let's Go Live show, and most of them are there. When they didn't work on YouTube, they didn't show up, so I haven't got around to putting them in. But yeah, that's it for me. So next time I got to do some work and show you how to use OBS Studio, because I have used it. And it's very similar to XSplit, so it shouldn't be too hard for us to